Merry Christmas! Welcome to the Paradigm Shift episode 40. Let's have some fun, a little bit of nuggets, gems, weirdness, holiday festivities, all the above. We've got a special treat today, waiting for my big bad, iconic, articulate alligator of a partner, Big Bad Dave Meltzer, coming on right now. Hey Mom! Everybody say hello to Helene Siegel. Big Dave, I see you. No problem. Let's get Nikki in the house. Merry Christmas, everybody. Write down your Christmas plans in the chat. Yep.
That's all I gotta say.
That's
Happy
it.
holidays.
Mic drop. That's it. It's over. Merry Christmas, buddy. I love you.
Merry Christmas. I'm home from Bora Bora. My first thing I'm doing is coming on to the Paradigm Shift with Craig Siegel, the Eagle. How many episodes have we done?
Episode 40, baby.
40, baby. Here we go. Here we go. I got so much good news for next year for the Paradigm Shift. We got a bunch of new studios. Got a great deal coming for the show. I'm excited. Dante, good to see you. Evan, good to see you. Merry holidays to everybody. We're rock and roll. Just think how blessed you are. It's an assumptive world that everything exists. What's going on?
Everything's great. I celebrated my first Christmas this year with my girlfriend. It was super special. My mom's on here today, my brother, my nephew. So we're excited to get going. Let's right in there, Big Dave.
I'm ready, man. What do you got for me?
And thank you for the audience for joining us on your holiday. We love you. We're going to provide some gems and some fun, and we'll call it a day. Dave, a lot of people they feel like they're behind if they don't already have their goals and their visions ready for 2022. I believe 2022 starts right this second, not January 1st, whatever the case may be. How do you goal set when it comes to a new year and so forth? Get yourself excited and ready to rock.
Well, first of all, there is no New Year resolution. It's New Day resolution. See, what we have to do is have 5 daily practices in order to effectuate what our long-term, midterm, so that we can effectuate in the short term, maximizing what's important to us. See, so many people, if they just woke up and said, this is what I'm going to do today, right? If they say to themselves, I'm not going to drink today, I'm not going to smoke today, they don't have to be a New Year's resolution. All you got to do is have a New Day resolution. And if you can utilize the 5 daily practices, the keys to prioritization, knowing that prioritization is what? The antidote to procrastination. Those people that get shit done, get shit done. And you're about to have a guy who gets more done than I get. This guy, he understands what it's like to do it now. He'll give anything, his shirt off his back for the people. I've been doing it. I think he has 8 startups, 3 unicorns. His latest one's over $30 billion in managed assets for Celsius Network. So he's living the New Day resolutions. Him, his wife, Chrissy. I want to wish them a happy holidays, obviously, and we'll bring them on, huh?
Let's get nuts. Let's bring them on right now. Big Alan in the
If you
house.
can handle it. This man's incredible.
I know he is. And by the way, anybody that you associate with is pretty much incredible. So
Got to surround yourself with the right ideas and the right people, and this guy fits both of those categories for sure.
why I spent so
Uh-oh, there he comes. Hey.
Hey guys,
What's up, Alan?
how's it going?
Don't
Happy
you
holidays.
have anything better to do?
I just came from a Knicks game, so
Nice.
and we won.
You're in Manhattan?
It's a Christmas miracle. That's the 34th Street miracle. The Knicks won.
I didn't realize you were in Manhattan. We got to connect for a coffee, and it's so great to finally meet
Coffee.
things. A coffee.
Yeah, I think they paid the Hawks to win for the holidays. It was a special. No, they played well. They played well. I gotta give it to them. So
Nice.
but my boys are in town, so we made a special. I got them floor seats, and everybody's happy. So
I just got back from Bora Bora, so I cannot be more happy than I am right now.
I love this bromance going on right now. Dave, should I hop right in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alan, I did my homework on you because I respect you and I'm a fan, and obviously I wanted this conversation to be as good as I know it could be. I saw that you came to the U.S. in 1988, and you became so fascinated with Entrepreneur and Forbes magazine and all that stuff. What about all that, being an entrepreneur, all that stuff, really excited you at that time?
Well, the opportunities are not as easy, or don't come as easy for people that live around the world. I think Americans take it for granted that this is the land of opportunities. And for foreigners coming into this country, we appreciate it much more. I think for a lot of people, a lot of Americans who kind of feel like they're struggling, they can't get ahead, they're 10 times better than most people around the world already. They're already in the 10th percentile. They just got to get themselves into the one percentile, right? And so being ahead of the line is very important, but you still got to work hard. You still got to have a dream. You still got to every day put your efforts, all your efforts in. And what David preach, I think is very powerful message that helps people with their psyche. Because if you wake up with negativity and you wake up with convincing yourself that you can't make it, you're not going to make it. That's guaranteed. I'm willing to sign off on that for everybody. But if you're going to convince yourself, you're going to come up with a plan, you're going to figure out what you're good at, then you can make it. You can do anything in the United States of America.
Talk about a visionary, Big Dave. What are you smiling at?
Because I'm just thinking about last time I was with Alec. Well, second to last time we were in Las Vegas together, and it was 7:30 p.m. on a Friday night, and he had a meetup and asked me anything, kind of the same thing I do, to pour back into the community. And I'm looking at him standing on a bar, hosting, hundreds of people, helping, teaching them about banking, about finance, financial literacy, crypto, all the different. I mean, he would answer anything. He'd answer, if you had a marriage problem, he'd answer that too. But most of it was in the financial literacy side with the new banking that's going on with Celsius Network. But I was thinking about, coming here, whether you're from, my grandfather came over from Russia, sold tires out of the back of a truck. And he told me, you're not going to find out what you love to do unless you put in the effort. And it just, you don't wake up one morning and say, oh, I want to have a podcast or a TV show or coach people. That doesn't happen. It's, 50 years of every single day doing what it takes. And I looked at Alex, although he looks younger, is a couple of years older than me. And he's standing there, his wife, his children, everyone's back in New York City. And he's pouring back into the community as if he was that immigrant trying to make it. And this man has 3 unicorns, right? He has 8 startups. He makes billions of dollars. He helps literally millions of people, soon to be billions. And he took on the carriers. Now he's taking on the bank. So I was just laughing because I'm like, I wish people would stop living in blame, shame, and justification. Even immigrants that come over here and they lose their perspective. It's like the opportunity is for you to do what you want to do, but you got to put the effort in.
Beautifully said, brother. Yeah, so much respect for you, Alan, and you're so humble. One of the many things that I admire about you.
Well, look, giving back, especially for people like us who came out with nothing, is part of the equation, right? And I lost everything I had several times. It's not like it was a straight shot to success.
It never is.
It never is, exactly. And you only learn when you make big mistakes. You only learn. When others are willing to help you, pull you out of the dead end that you got yourself into, right? And when you realize that you can't blame other people, it's all you got to make your own decisions. You got to move forward. You got to learn from your mistakes, and it's always helpful when other people help you out, because it's when you're down you need the most help. When you're doing great, you don't need help. You're doing great, So helping others when you're doing great is part of giving back. And, it's very important for me, for a lot of people, successful people, to do it. Because like David said, it doesn't come naturally. It's much easier to just go on a fancy vacation and just rest on your laurels and just enjoy the riches. But, the people who got you here, they expect that. They expect to see you also help others and bring the entire village with you, right? Bring everybody across the finish line against all odds, right? That's what's so amazing. Like the formula we have in Celsius allows everybody to get to the finish line. It's not like 1 out of 100 gets there and everybody else gets stuck in the bleachers, So I think for a lot of people, one of the big mistakes people make is they go for a career or for a path that they think will make them a lot of money or make them famous or whatever. They're not really focused on what they're good at, right? I think, again, David spends a lot of time on that, helping you figure out what are you really, really good at, because you're going to be 10 times more successful if you focus on that and you create a career in that path than if you say, oh, you know, whatever, athletes make a lot of money, I'm just going to be an athlete. It doesn't work that way, right? It's all about your passion and about what you're going to dedicate yourself to.
This is gold, because Alan, I know you also say that everyone is a superhuman in one skill. The key is to just identify it, right?
Yeah, and that's not easy. Again, for some of us, we're, you know, child celebrities, right? We figure it out at 12 or 15 or whatever. And some of us, we're 50 and 60 and we're still struggling to figure out what we're really good at. So it's not like you are born with a manual and you just have to read. You got to get to page 17 and then it says, oh, you're going to be a doctor. You're going to be an engineer. You're going to be a, you know, an Uber driver, right? That's not how it works, right? So finding the one skill you have in which you are better than anyone else on the planet, and each one of us is a genetic experiment. Each one of us is different, right? You don't see a lot of people looking exactly the same, doing the same thing, right? So the opportunities are out there. There's millions of opportunities, and it's like a key and a lock. You got to match into one of those opportunities, and that's what makes you successful. Is if you are riding the right wave. If you're riding the wrong wave, man, you're gonna drown. You're not gonna get anywhere. But if you figure out what you're good at and you pick the right wave, you're gonna just kill it. You know, you're gonna be riding that wave all the way, and everybody's gonna be like, "Wow, how did you become such a big success?" Even with me, like, you know, I have a lot of success in my hands, but still, a lot of people are saying, "Wow, how did you do so well?" I've been practicing for 35 years. You know, this is not it took me 35 years to become an overnight success, you know. So you gotta be at it. You cannot not a weekend, not a holiday. You gotta be on it 7 days a week. And if you focused on it, focus on your success, focus on giving to others, all that comes back 10x, 10 times blessings, 10 times as many blessings you get back when you give instead of taking.
This is the perfect message today, in my personal opinion. Dave, I see you got the grin from ear to ear. What's on your mind?
Yeah. Well, Alex is so on it. You know, one of the things is to understanding our skills and knowledge, either genetically, they're inherited, or even energetically by the people you surround yourself, the ideas, the books you're reading, podcasts you're listening to. All these things will determine, you know, where you're going to go. Why? Because your skills and your knowledge is your basement. You know, some people are born, and we saw them today on the Knicks game, right? Some people are born with a much higher basement in their skill set to play basketball. But your ceiling, your potential is determined by your desire. And so by utilizing that desire, and I also want to point out, you know, it is a holiday, and the three of us are here today. And when I was there every day in Bora Bora, I can't tell you how important it is that 7 days a week. There's activity you get paid for and activity you don't get paid for. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with going and enjoying the Knicks game with your family on Christmas and then coming home for 15 minutes to pour back into the community. And those are the things that make you successful 7 days a week. If you do the math, I have this power of 64, Craig, right? I do twice as much productivity a day. That's 16 hours of productivity. I utilize systems to be twice as efficient, 32 hours of productivity. Then I practice like Alex for 35 years so that I'm twice as statistically successful. That's 64 hours of productivity each day. That's 8 days of productivity every day, 7 days a week. That's 56 days of productivity. Most people get 5 days of productivity at best because they don't have attention and intention. If you have attention and intention, imagine 56 days. I tell people all the time, they ask me, how the hell, you know, number one, were you so successful when you were young? How the hell do you lose it all and then make it all back where you are today? I'll tell you how I do it. Math. I have a low basement. I don't have much skills or knowledge, but I have extreme desire that gives me a higher ceiling, a higher potential, and I do it every day. I will beat you with math all day long. I can work like a mule. Alex can work like a mule. Craigie boy, he's working like a mule. We're doing it for other people, elevating others to elevate ourselves.
Well, let me add to that, because I totally agree with everything David just said. One more thing, right? So you swing at success 10 times, you're going to fail 9 times, right? 9 out of 10 times you're going to fail, right? And you got to be used to it. You got to condition yourself to the fact that every attempt, not every attempt is going to be successful, but when you're aiming, again, when you're aiming at the right target, and you know you're just going to wait for that one time you're going to swing, and you're going to hit it out of the park. That's all you need in life. You don't need to win every time. You know, people expect to win every time. They try twice, they try 3 times, they give up, and they drive Uber for the rest of their lives. That's not the point. The point is you keep hitting until you hit it out of the park. Right now, if you're aiming at the right, if I was aiming to compete with one of those 7-foot basketball players, right, I would never win. So you got to aim at something that you're actually going to be good at, not at something that you have almost no chance of winning. So picking the right target, swinging at it again and again, learning from each mistake you make, gets you across the finish line. And then you got to help other people and bring them with you.
And I love the way Alex incorporates that into Celsius Network, because I haven't seen something that's more simple and more genius than Celsius Network. I mean, he doesn't even talk about the fact that he pays 10% interest on your money, but he pays every Monday, which means your interest is aggregating interest. A lot of people don't catch on that. If you're young right now and you wonder, how can I put my money at low risk? And how can I let it aggregate on itself? How can I use Einstein's rule of 72, compound interest? How can I build a future for myself and only have to focus? What I love about Celsius is I put my money in there because all I do, I don't look at anything. All I do is look towards how I can make more money. I'm not worried about the market going up or down, sideways, or this way or that way. I know my money is aggregating 10% on the 10%, and I'm just secure in what I do. But more importantly, the focus I have, one of the reasons I lost everything is I, instead of doing what I do well, started focusing in on the money I already made. I started trying to be a stock market genius, a real estate genius, a bond genius, a ski mountain genius. I'm not any of those things. I know how to make money doing what I do, and I'll put that money in Celsius Network to let it do what it does without me even paying any attention to it.
I'm just so grateful to be here with you guys. What were you going to say?
No, I was about to add that again, young people, they love spending all that money now. They want their experiences. They want to live in the moment, right? They don't plan forget about 10 years from now. They don't plan for tomorrow, right? And the problem in life is that, again, you need a safety net. You know, the government's not gonna have a safety net for you, right? All your friends that you think are your best friends, they're not gonna be there if you're in trouble, right? So you got to create your own safety net, and you got to put just a little bit away and see that compounding effect that David's talking about, right? And then you have a safety net too, right? Again, you cannot swing at offenses if you have nothing to fall on for, right? If you have nothing, right, you're gonna fail, right? You need to have some savings, you need to have some safety net, so you can swing hard and you can take risks because you have something to go back to, right? And a lot of people, you see them get stuck. They're maxed out their credit cards. They're living in debt. You know, they're living in the moment, but they're living beyond their means, right? And you got to move from a spender to a saver. Yes, you got to take some medicine right now. You got to lower your lifestyle. You got to spend less, but then you have a chance at a great future. If you don't do that, then you swing, you miss. That's it. You fall on your face.
Straight up, this is awesome. You guys are just riveting. I love spending my time with you guys. I'm learning so much in this conversation. We hope that the audience is as well. I'll take it home with this one. Dave, if you have another minute. Alan, I know you talk about projecting yourself.
Alex.
No good. No worries.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's Alex. I keep hearing Alan. Alex.
There you go. You talk about projecting yourself in the future to facilitate your vision. And I think that's so genius. And I do something similar, but I think you might be able to articulate it a little bit better.
Yeah. So if you cannot imagine success, if you cannot imagine yourself, and you know, you probably heard it from as going back to Napoleon Hill and everybody else is preaching all the rules to success. But again, this is about your brain, conditioning your brain to success, right? And your brain will find, your heart, you'll find the way towards that success. If you can't imagine success, you're not going to get there, right? And again, you got to have a plan in your brain, but you got to also listen to your heart. Your heart is going to tell you what is the right thing. If your heart is saying, I'm not doing that, then you can't just quiet it down and say, no, 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 I'm going to spend 10 years, become a doctor, even though I hate it. You're not going to be a good doctor if you hate it, okay? So you got to listen to your heart. You got to project yourself being the success you want to be. And success could be, again, volunteering in Africa and helping people. This is not about monetary success. It's about happiness. It's about finding yourself. It's about fulfillment. And all of that is what separates the happy people from the unhappy people.
Bang. Yeah. You know, just gotta say, the only common denominator of happiness is gratitude. No matter how poor, rich, tall, whatever your religion is, your sexual preference, whatever socioeconomic status you have, only gratitude is the common denominator of happiness. Having that perspective, as Alex suggested, I think it's so important for everyone, you know, to appreciate what they have, acknowledge it by giving it away, and then ask for more. Especially here during the holiday season, there's no greater viral system than giving, because people that give, serotonin is released, right? Dopamine, oxytocin. People who receive get the same dose. But the most powerful and viral nature of happiness is anyone that witnesses it. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. It's like God's rewarding you for giving and being part of a giving process and receiving. That's why he gives you a dose every time it happens, whether you witness it, receive it, or give it. It's so important for everyone to have that perspective, no matter where you are in your journey. You know, it's so easy just to do our best, learn lessons, and have fun. Things don't have to be so complicated. You don't have to take yourself so seriously. You know, I love Neville Goddard. You know, Goddard talks about not only thinking about, dreaming about what you want, but feeling it, because subconscious mind only knows emotions. It has no morality. It has no judgments. It has no conditions. But Goddard talks about, think about how it already feels to have $1 billion or to help 1 billion people or whatever you want in your life. Think about how it feels beyond. And that's why that heart and mind all work in symbiosis together in order to effectuate what they call manifesting, right? What effectuates the materialization, the monetization of what you want. I'm so blessed to have both of you in my life, Alex, especially as a new friend. Please send my love to your family. I can't wait to come visit you again. We'll probably see each other at CES, so I'll look forward to that.
Thank you, guys. And again, thanks. Happy holidays for everybody who's watching. And again, you know, may all of our dreams come true. 2022, it's a big year, right? Get whatever you focus on. If you focus on it hard enough, it will come true.
I love it. Alex, thank you so much for your time today, brother. Dave, thank you as always. Alex, I'm going to message you on the side. I'd love to grab a cup of coffee with you.
Sure.
We're both in the city. Thank
Only if you're a Knicks fan. If you're not a Knicks fan, forget about it.
I'm actually a
I'm
diehard
kidding.
fan. It hasn't been easy, but I'm loyal.
I know. It's painful.
Craig's 7'7", so he's easily a basketball fan.
And by that, he
Thanks,
means 5'7".
Bye. Say hi to Chrissy for me. Take care. Craigie Poo.
Sure,
See you later, brother.
David.
Alex, paka.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Take care. Too much fun, guys. The Paradigm Shift, episode 40 in the books. 2 straight up juggernauts. This is what it's all about. It is just getting down to deep and talking about nuggets and gems and all the good stuff and entrepreneurs and seeing how it really happens. Not what people want you to think, but it's not up in a straight line. It's up and down. Find the thing that you're really great at. Attack it. Work 7 days a week. Doesn't mean you can't go to the Knicks game or go to Bora Bora or celebrate Christmas, but there's always some work to be done. You got to embrace that process. 2022, straight up, is right now. What are you waiting for? Like Dave said, right? It's not a New Year's resolution. It's a new day resolution. Every single day, new goals, new visions. And then you put in the work. You surrender and flow, but you have the attention and you have where you want it to go, and you put that out there. And then you surrender the process, but you do the work, like Alex said multiple times. Like, there's no manuscript for this thing called life. It's not, okay, page 15, I'm going to figure out how to do all this, the blueprint. No, you experiment, you experience life, and you will get knocked down. It is what it is. We embrace that. we dust ourselves off, and it's never truly a failure or mistake because we learn valuable lessons and then we apply it to future endeavors. So love that he talked about that. And guys, like Billionaire Edition, episode 40, the paradigm shift. And just look, the fact that we're on episode 40, what does that say? Consistency each and every week, on Christmas, on New Year's Day, whatever the case may be. We provide gems, we come, we have fun with the audience, and that's what it's all about. And that's how you really grow something. It's the commitment, week in, week out, day in, day out, and so forth. What's up, Henny? Yes, Jesse, Alex. Merry Christmas to everybody, straight up. Thank you for joining us on this Christmas Day edition. Love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Genuinely, just want to see everybody win. I'll leave you with this. Never underestimate anyone who is delusionally optimistic, because that person has an unfair advantage in life. He or she is literally a magnet for manifesting blessings. Believe you are receiving. You dig? Thank me later. Love you guys. Merry Christmas.